Over to you.
Ladies and gentlemen, family, welcome to Make We Talk, Jeffery Tavares' baby, his program. So tonight we're expecting to have with us Dr. Dayton Campbell, the General Secretary of the People's National Party. I think he's running a bit late, but you know how it is with us. We never out of issues. Well, tonight we have, of course, the host, Mr. Jeffery Tavares. He's preparing his material, so he asked me to just do the opening. Of course, Mr. Jeffrey Tavares is popularly known as the People's Defender, and I, your host, or your co-host, yours truly, Will Rattigan, known as the Rebel. And of course, the man up top right, the man known as the Wind, the man known as the Rebel, the Renegade who no afraid, and also the man in the wilderness, none other than Wayne Lonesome himself. So tonight we come to talk up the things as usual. It's no different, we always talk up things, and we not come with like a scandal sheet or sensationalism. We come with hard, cold facts, facts that are uncontroverted, facts that people have to just swallow them spit in time we say them, in time we name out the facts them. Simply because you can't deny a fact. You cannot deny a fact. The only person we know who deny a fact, they might get ready for charge him now in a New York. So
Just at Jeffrey.
that's the only person we know who
Who is
publicly
that?
come
The
out and
former
deny
president of the United States?
they might get ready for charge him right now.
Yes.
The I think it's the man at the I get ready for charge him now with the Stormy Daniel hush money thing. So
Yes.
we'll see how that one will work out. But
Mm,
that's for them business. Our business is taking care of the business at Jamaica to make sure so that poor people can aspire to come out of them present condition. Poor people can feed them children, can make sure so them children get good education, can ensure that them get good health coverage, ensure that them have good infrastructure, uh, water, electricity. As we know, Jamaica under drought watch right now, which is kind of weird because Jamaica full of streams and rivers. Jamaica's an island surrounded by water, and one the other day I was going to make a suggestion that they should get the water conversion system like what they have in the Middle East, where you can convert salt water and fresh water. I mean, it's kind of expensive, but you know, them have good diplomats, so they should be able to do that. And especially since them have one person now, I think from Pika, who in Dubai right now, him can go talk to the sheikh over there and see, because that is what them use. Them use the conversion system for convert water in salt water into fresh water. So maybe that's why I'm there. Man in the wilderness. Maybe that's why I'm there right now. I do them talks there. But Jamaica have a whole lot of issues, and seriously, this is the first time that I'm aware of in the history of Jamaica that you have so many people focus on the issues, like a laser beam. We focus on the issues, and we are providing not just criticism but also suggestions and inspiration for the people of Jamaica to rise up above their present situation and do what is necessary so that their voices can be heard. And of course, we always say it with the caveat that it should be it should be well, we say it with the caveat that it should be peaceful and should be lawful, and we won't stray from that. We don't want anybody getting hurt out there unnecessarily. So we have issues with Ministry of Education. We have issues with the Ministry of Finance. We have issues with the Ministry of Local Government. We have issues with the Ministry of Labor. We have issues with the Ministry of Health. We have big issues with the Ministry of National Security. We have issues with just about all of the ministries. The one ministry that I personally don't pick on is the Ministry of Tourism. And me know the man at the wilderness him take objection to that because him said no, they might forget Bono too because things are going on over there. So, but the reason why I said that is because you don't, at least put it this way. If them have scandals over there, we don't hear much about them. I hear about a scandal over there still, but it's like on a personal level. To some degree, it kind of affect the people of Jamaica. But we have bigger scandals where we can talk about. So yeah, we have much, much bigger scandals where we can talk about. So it's one of them things that where you can't wrap your arms around everything, but you try wrap your arms around as much as you can. So that's what we're going to do tonight. We're going to try and wrap our arms around some issues tonight. And as usual, the phone lines are open. And Mr. Tavares, him have him chat room open so people can come in, because at the end of the day, this is not just about us, but it is about us all the way. Not just the 3 hours you see right so, but all the way. Because Jamaica a few way. And if we're not careful, we're going to lose it. Because we have some outside influences and outside people who are making inroads right now. So that the people, especially people overseas who would have planned for go back home, they might find it difficult if things continue along the trajectory that it's on right now. And so that's why we have to come and impart some wisdom to our people, take the skills off of them and make them understand what's going on, and make them realize that we're here to defend them as well. And we're also to a large degree defending ourselves, because we all have families back there. And as I'm saying, we're able to string tie there. And we can't get her from that place, because that place is a jewel. That place is paradise. The problem is that we have some crooked people in private industry, and we have some crooked people in government. And who suffers? Poor people, the voiceless, the disenfranchised, the people who them bulldoze them homes and they make no preparations for them for alternate housing. The people who can't get a living wage, where they make all kind of statements in a parliament, say, oh, we're going to give them, we have this much money and blah, blah, blah. And when you break it down to an individual, come down to the individual and say, okay, out of that big sum of money where them talk about, how much of it you going to carry home as a living wage or a livable wage? How much of that you going to take home now for feed your family and do all the things that you need to do? Not much. Not much. The difference is not, it's not appreciable. And so what we have is, we have some politicians masquerading as magicians, where them just tell you things and magically it gonna happen. And we know, like the audience, the gullible audience, will look at it and will believe it. But believe me, people, there's a strategy behind every magic trick. Every magic trick, there's a strategy behind it. And that's why it's magic. It's not real.
That's why it's a trick.
It's a trick. It's a trick. That's why they call it polytricks.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. That's a trick.
But
yeah, man.
what we want to tonight is, we want to start with them have something called in government, and the Integrity Commission is well aware of this, something called fraud, abuse, waste, mismanagement. And it happened across the board in Jamaica. And we want to start out with one tonight where them spend money on build a police station. And I think them build a police, there it is. There it is. Thank you, my brother. It's a thief steal windows from police station. And so the police, you see what they do? You see like a water surround it.
Right into a waterbed.
Right.
Right.
So before,
I don't know
the
them.
waterbed here,
Yes.
it's from the waterbed from the days of Noah,
Yes, some
It's
genius
not
decide.
good.
There's some genius decide that them going to build this thing here right here, and this is a perfect place to build it, and they build it now waterbed. And it's unoccupied right now. I think they might have to come up with some kind of strategy for either elevate it or move it or something, because where it is right now, if you have a flood, you're going to have a problem. So that's where we are right now.
Hold on, look at it again. Remember Jamaica and the drought. And if you can see, where you see around this?
Water same way.
Water same.
Hold on there. With all fairness, Mr. Lonesome, I think that picture was taken when they had the flood,
No, from Noah time.
Well, maybe they might try turn the building in an ark. Who knows?
It's an ark. It's an ark.
Let us begin here. We begin here, but what I want to say is this: that it is a damn shame that the person who get this contract to build this Is it that they did not go into the community to ask questions and survey what is going on and ask, because I get to understand that somebody when they come and say that you cannot build it there because that's a water bed. And they did it same way. Now they've got to find how much money now, $70 million to do what, Wayne?
To put in drainage. You spend 69, so 70 million bill it, and now you put 70 million. But tell me what, the government should not foot these bill. No, it's impossible. If you are a contractor and I give you a job for do, you survey up and you do what I want. And then you do something and it have fault, you have to remedy those fault. If me gonna sue you, that's how it used to go,
Yes.
Not the taxpayers unless there's some blowback money. You know?
Unless it's somebody within the House of Parliament on the government side that own a construction company that build that police station.
And then you get some blowback money. So it's
Right.
70 million for do what? Put in some drain.
So with this thing here now, first of all, the first mistake is the location.
Yes.
The second one is protection of the building because now them thief out the windows them. All right. And I guess taxpayers now will have to go fund that again. Them already have funded the first time, I have to go fund it again. So poor people, taxpayers, we're asking a simple question. Based on everything that we've seen, the missteps, the mistakes, and sometimes some might seem intentional, what kind of faith and confidence can you have in the people who are governing? What kind of confidence can you have? The people who are governing, and in some cases, the people who claim that they're supposed to rule. Because we see where now the police and the teachers, them have issues with remuneration. And in fact, the teachers went out on a strike. We don't know when they're coming back. But it's affecting our children's education. And then we have a minister of education, Favour Williams, the Honorable Favour Williams, who has no idea. She's out of her league. There's no depth there as far as education is concerned. I believe she has a degree in marketing or somewhere in the financial, right? And I'm sure she's very good at that. But this, she's not good at it. She's struggling. Listen to her. She can't put two sentences together when asked a reasonable question about education. Cannot. And in fact, you, Mr. Jeffery Tavares, had her on your program and you asked her about funding and so on and so forth. And she started shying away. She seemed so timid. So, she was giving you the argument that she can't really go to the Minister of Finance and ask for anything. She have to wait for them to decide what they're going to give her. And you want to comment on that, please?
And you know something, Mr. Rattigan? Welcome to our viewers who are watching us here on the Make We Talk Jeffery Tavares YouTube channel. We're still awaiting the arrival of Mr. Dr. Dayton Campbell, General Secretary of the People's National Party, to come on. But you know something, Mr. Rattigan and Mr. Lonesome?
Yes.
When I spoke to the goodly lady from the Ministry of Education, the minister herself, I asked her, I said to her, are you aware of teachers leaving our education institution? She said yes. And I said to her, because of higher wages, I said, have you sit down with the Minister of Finance himself and speak to him about it? Her answer to me was this: she's not the one supposed to sit down with him. They're the one who deals with the teacher's salary and so forth. And I said to her, Minister, it is under your portfolio that the teachers come under your portfolio. So it is you who is the chief servant to go to the minister and sit down and talk to him. What can we do to have a very good package to keep our teachers back in this country? Now, the teachers are on strike because they refuse to accept the offer the government is giving them. The same money they're going to spend and build on the waterfront of some park on the waterfront, that'll cost $1 billion US. Whether it is the World Bank investing in that, we don't know. I don't know what he said in Parliament about that. But the fact of the matter is, our teachers need a livable wage. It cannot be that we have educators in this country who can hardly eat steak Only eat pay chicken back and dirty girl. It cannot continue like this in this country. And that is why that is right now. They have this thing in place that they're gonna charge, they're gonna take out out of the teachers' pay because they're on stick out and whatever. Come on. Mr. Holness and Dr. Clark. Have some heart. Prime Minister and Minister of Finance, please sit down and draft this thing over. Let our teachers be happy going home. For far too long they have been unhappy. You said that you are the prosperity Prime Minister. Then show the prosperity to our teachers. Mr. Lonesome?
Yes, man. All right. So, what I don't understand with the government, right? Start from security. Them say them last year, them recruit 1,200 new police officers. Them are recruit people for job. But you still can't find money for pay the existing police. You want to recruit nurse and go find a recruit nurse, but you can't find money for pay the existing nurses. And them have to runway. So them have to leave, go look better job. But you go foreign for go recruit nurse and carry them back. Am I right, Rattigan? Them go foreign and look nurse, right? And you recruit police, but you still, them not have proper vest, them not have proper thing, but you are trained and I tell you how much you are trained. Right? Them get up, them building. Them build fire station. But you still don't have no fire truck. You don't have no proper equipment. You say you deal with hospital, but you don't have no ambulances. No equipment in the hospital. It no equip. It don't make no sense. That equal failures. So you can't just cut ribbon. Make we soon now cut ribbon. But nothing at all, no staff. And who the staff them with about now get no pay. And when them talk like you want to say, you not gonna pay some penalty. Like the teacher now. Number one, if I can tell the teacher right now, if them are talk about draw money out of pay, I don't do just sit down at home and not gonna work. 1 month. Cause me I tell you if you do that for 1 month, that's it. That's it. Because everybody know, so the whole Jamaica and the whole diaspora turn on them. So them not have no sense. You not pay the teacher already. But you talk about you gonna use this law, you gonna withdraw money from what? You crazy? If you don't pay the teacher them and them now go work now and you couple of them may understand that. But if the teacher them say we restive and we now go there so because you want no, we tired of this. Can you imagine teacher go supermarket and go buy 2 slices of bread in a supermarket? First me I see them thing here, 2 slices of bread in a supermarket. It starts from corner shop, it reach a supermarket now. So it's serious. Very serious. Yeah? This need to stop. We need to address all these problems. And don't bother paint it with no little brush and say, yes, Jamaica, all right. We're all right because we spend this. We don't spend the money, but we're not spend it pan. Because reality.
I'm gonna let Mr. Rattigan come in. But something, it was brought to my attention today.
Yes.
And it's the truth. Teachers have to dig in their pocket many times to buy stationery for schools. To help students with lunch money.
Mm-hmm.
I remember going to high school. And although I'm a Tavares, many times my teacher, my former principal, Hansel Brown of the Green Island Comprehensive High School, my VP, Philip Hall, they used to give me lunch money, not because my other people who own supermarket or whatever. How many times I go to school, I don't have any money?
Mm-hmm.
And this is going on same way. And you're telling me that you can't give our teachers in this country a salary that they can feel good? A salary that they can pay their mortgage and drive a good car like anybody else?
Well, keep in mind that this is a prime minister who said that one of the mandates of the JLP of his party is to move people from the poor class to the middle class. I don't know where that plan is. I don't know how it's going to happen. And that's why I'm saying that some of these politicians, they talk in terms of magic. You know, they're gonna make it happen like they just wave a wand and things happen. Not happen like that. But you see, what happened, one of the things that we have to be focused on is we have to teach our people how to be critical thinkers, because the mind is a terrible thing to waste, and they've been the people have been oppressed, suppressed, subjugated, marginalized for so long that them so beat down that them just accept anything them hear, anything somebody tell them. We need to turn that around so that people can start thinking for themselves, and when they hear nonsense, them call it out for what it is. No, here's something that's not nonsensical. The Minister of Education, Favor Williams, she afraid our shadow. Look how the woman, just look how she operate. She afraid our own shadow. She's not a leader. She's timid. She's just, as in what I said in the Middle East, you know. That's what she is.
Yes, yes.
She just don't. She there's no presence. Nothing. Minister, show us something. Show us some metal. Show us some vitality. Show us some spirit. Show us something. Show us you care about the little picnic them, and the big picnic them too, and the young men and women.
Let me tell you, Ratty, we now move from this now. So, all right, so we just talk as dad and super granddad now. Because we are super granddad. We not just super dad, we are super granddad. Real care. And super great granduncle and super uncle and super granduncle and everything. So, so me a super dad and super granddad. Yeah? All right. And super husband too. Me not even going to them thing there. See? But, okay. Yeah, man, we not going to it, we keep it real. We are keep it real on here. We are keep it real. So, let me ask the Prime Minister now. If we now come with a road traffic act, and you have all of these people that were sitting on advisors but talk to you, right? Including them police there, Googs and the one of them. Uno no sit down and think before we even write something in an act, brother. Uno if you really get up, if you don't care about the kids them at Jamaica, you'd have get up and abandon. Because what you do, you abandon the kids them from 12 to 0 the other day, Them the government abandoned the kids them. You put taxi for leave them a road, them have to walk, them mother have to walk. Me say a woman with baby, And I say no taxi now carry me because one man get 3 ticket to carry 3 little baby. The police have to take them and carry them. And the police, them no ramp. Them no use them head. When you look now, the government have to backtrack on all these things. Why? Because we don't have no good planning, brother. If we say, remember in the country put kids and old people last is a failed state. May I repeat? How much time I repeat that? You think that joke? It must be a failed state, brother. So you couldn't come in with something. You have, number one, the government of Jamaica should have worked closely with the taxi people them and the private operators, public transportation operators. You know why? We don't have the bus. We don't have the train. That got a long time. We don't have the bus to carry most of the population. Okay? We don't have the bus. So you don't get up now when the taxi man them do a service. Work with them. Instead of you have police antagonize them and do all kind of things and run them down and do all kind of foolishness. Me feel that's a foolishness. Just look over the world and look how it operate. With them taxi, them bus system and everything. You there in England or you there in Canada or in the state, you have some place where you buy one ticket, 24 hours, you don't have to pay no more money. In the UK, I'm going to buy one tube ticket for like a £4, 24 hours per every bus. You don't sit on the upstairs bus. You don't have to even drive up and down, you don't have nowhere going.
As you touch that, sorry, Wayne, as you touch that,
yes.
What does the metro in New York cost again?
Long time, so to me, always a driver boat, no long time. But
I've been in one in years.
There. I'm not much years one of them not there.
Let me drop some specifics on them people, upon our people. So that
yes.
There's an article I'm looking at right now. It's written by a Jamaican called O'Neill Madden. who's a PhD candidate studying in France. And him write this article, yeah. And it's just a pit. It's called Address the Ills in the Education System. And this was written in June of 2021. And, we just talk about magic. And I'm just reading it and see something where him say right here. Him say, in Jamaica, right? Teachers are expected to work miracles, balancing lesson preparation, teaching, evaluating oversized classrooms, limited resources, diverse needs demonstrated by students, financial, emotional, special, etc., a hand-to-mouth stipend, ministry imposed trainings, and the list goes on. And then he talks about fixing the foundation, from basic school up. That you have to get, yeah, if you don't fix them things you want me just talk about, then how can you fix the foundation? Then he talks about curriculum development, teacher training, research, leadership. And you have to ask yourself the question, are these people truly, truly serious? Because listen, Jamaicans by nature are a resourceful people. Them say we look about what we tell about, we little, and we're brilliant.
Yes, man.
But what happened is that brilliance, that innate brilliance, you have to harness it. You have to groom it, so that it can come to fruition. Otherwise, it's gone all over the place. It's like what you call a bonsai tree, the bonsai Japanese tree, where you have to clip it and keep it. Them trees are like 30, 40 years old and are so big because of them prune it and things like that. No, that's how we need to do with the education system in Jamaica. We need to take control of it. Otherwise, you have branches that go so all over the place. And we have to start. The first thing we have to start by removing the people in charge. Because the people in charge are not in charge. They're not even in charge of themselves. Case in point, people, don't take my word for it. Go on YouTube. Do a YouTube search for the Minister of Education, the Honorable Favour Williams, and look at her town hall presentation at the Jamaica College last year. That's all I'm asking.
Last year, was it this year, Mr. Rattigan?
It was last year.
Okay.
It was last year. I'm asking, just go and again, YouTube, do a YouTube search for Favour Williams for a town hall meeting on education at Jamaica College last year. Just look at that. And then at a later program, you can call in, write in, whatever, and give us your opinion. But I can tell you right now, without even look upon it, you go and cry shame. She couldn't answer questions posed by even the high school students. Almost every question asked. Well, first of all, our presentation, which I read from the paper, it was just bland. It was just boring. And then when the question time come around, the Prime Minister couldn't leave her an inch. Almost every question, she have to get one of her assistant for help with the answer, or the Prime Minister he might have to answer wholly, or he might have to subsidize her answer because she can't give no good answer. Cannot give no good. She couldn't give no good answer. Couldn't give no good answer. And I would have called on her and said, listen, do the honorable thing. Please spare the Jamaican people and the children of Jamaica. Spare the future by just stepping aside and make somebody who's more qualified, somebody who's more comfortable in the position, somebody who's more, somebody who have some vim, can come and take over the thing and make the thing work. Because the education system in Jamaica used to work, It used to work. I'm a product of it. Jeffrey's a product of it. Lonesome is a product of it. It used to work. So why now work now? With all the money with them spend, and all of the research and all of the projects and all of the training and all of this, why it not working?
You know what them do? Them come out the other day and them say, hey, the teacher them have this a subject and this a master for going to school and teach, and them are do this back to teach and all kind of thing. They still never even pay a teacher. You want the teacher them to go spend a bag of money, go look master, go look everything where them want to look, but you still not pay them same way. Me I tell you, say them not deal with the issues, them not deal with problem, Them cause other problem. Them not deal with issues, man.
Anybody who want anybody who have an and everybody should have an interest in improving the education system in Jamaica, I urge you to just read the Observer, the edition Thursday, sorry, June 10th, 2021. The article, it's a column. The article is called "Address the Ills in the Education System," written by O'Neill Madden. Read that because that's a good primer. It's a good place to start. And when you start thinking about, okay, how we're going to fix this system. Because what he does is he identifies the problems and then he provides some solutions. Right? Start with this article. And I urge the minister. Well, it's too late for her. It's too late for her. She should just exit stage right or stage left. Just exit.
I'm going to let Mr. Lonesome come, but I have this question to ask. Mr. Rattigan, Mr. Lonesome, didn't the Prime Minister say that he was going to reshuffle his cabinet? What happened?
Turn well.
You see the shuffle. You never seen the shuffle. Into the shuffle. It's called Double Zion. You remember the shuffle?
Don't shuffle. Oh, that's the shuffle.
That's the shuffle. Because if I'm going to shuffle the cabinet, him want shuffle too. Because of the Integrity Commission thing, him have to shuffle too. I mean, it was a disgrace. When you read that report, I mean, we have the report here. When you read the report about the influence that he tried to bring to bear upon the procurement process, and I mean, it wasn't like somebody said, well, the Prime Minister said. He actually wrote 2 letters. He wrote 2 letters. The evidence
but it's a business associate, a business partner where you and him have business. So there is no way your agency where you work, your ministry where you work supposed to give that guy in a contract. No go that. And not even in your constituency. In a Edmund Bartlett constituency, most of the contract them go. We are in a country. And this one and your business partner, brother.
And the contract was for what? Most of it was for
debushing and cleaning drain.
So nobody has St. James on know for debush.
And more about many people talk to me from right this. I say, listen, not never go so no, we never get the work, you know. Hold on there. Jeffrey, you just asked about the metro and somebody put up
yes,
per week. That are the 7 day. Let me just say something. If you have a 7 day, that means 7,535 or less than $5 per day. Someone never per week like the week, like a 7 day.
She said for week. Hold on, let me find it back again.
Yeah, me see for me. One never 7 day. I'm on 7 day per week because of them.
Yes, man. She said per week. Here it is, per week.
Yeah, so 7 days, right?
Yes.
7 days.
$34 per week to the metro.
$4 ad, right? For the world, you drive for the whole day for $4 ad.
Right.
Why the Jamaica system can't come up with something like that and ease the burden now for the people?
No, because they have to thief the people left, right, and center, you know. JUTC is a milking truck for the both political parties in this country. You see, if me not run politics, if I'm going to run as a member of parliament, and I have all of you behind me, and I get in, and the worst ever give me Minister of Transportation, Ratty can be in charge of the whole entire JUTC, you know. You're in charge of the security of the JUTC. And when in charge of the security of the JUTC, they're still thieving the diesel oil and the tires and the nuts.
Oh, so we get Herb now and put him in charge of the windscreen wiper and then the nuts and the engine, the engine oil.
Right.
So and then you give an extra bonus and put up on cup of wood. And so
right.
the whole packet line off.
Right, and we get Sir Marcel Clark from St. Thomas to be in charge of the engine.
Yes.
We get Owen Brown from Roots FM to be in charge of the indicator.
Well, yes.
And we get Dudley Towns to be in charge of one of the seat them.
Yeah.
So every single seat in a JUTC buses, you know, have a manager, you know.
True.
And that is why JUTC right now is ranking up a debt of 11 point something billion this year.
And
a debt, you know, not a profit, you know. A debt.
But no, that will hurt me now. No, the minister for that, they say, I buy 50 bus. No, the 50 bus, I think, for raise the fear upon people when I have the money already. That's what them thing I think Jamaica. And raise the fear. No, that. The finance minister come down and say, I buy 200 buses now. You can't find money for pay nobody or nothing, you know. But you buy 200. How much money them are push the fare to? After them thief, how much money?
But not only that,
Taxpayers buy that.
Not only that, Mr. Lonesome. The Minister of Finance bring the buses in front of the People's Parliament, bossing. While our teachers, you are pumping billions of dollars into JUTC every year in a failing entity. Entity that has not making a profit. And you're telling me that the people of this country must accept the fact that you're pumping billions into JUTC because you don't have enough friends and cronies appointed to JUTC.
But why not make a profit? Me not understand.
Because
me and you are Ratty.
Hold on,
Me and you are Ratty.
Hold on, Mr. Lonesome.
Me and you are Ratty have two bus. Private bus.
Right.
But you still, by we run it 1 year, we can buy two more, two each. We are run it because we just get to the doctor and that, and we don't have no bag of nothing. Wife, you look about this, and you just come and carry money and we are right. When we look, we are expand. But them now, the bus around, we have more seat, we're always full. You can't have too much bus for carry people, but to lose money. Something wrong. Because too much criminal.
There you go.
Friends and collabo and cronyism and nepotism.
You have people
yes,
who don't have any degree are managers at JUTC. You have people, as I keep on saying, you have managers in charge of the windscreen wiper, managers in charge of the windscreen, managers in charge of the headlamp and the nut and the tires.
Millions them I get for these things.
Sitting down not doing nothing. Here. And one of them drive around in a Prado with the foot palm
dashboard. And
everyone
in boom enough too.
And I use phone.
Of course. Yes. And in boom enough. Boom enough can sweep up the place.
Know what, here's the thing with the electric buses. Now, how will they power these buses? By electricity, right? Jamaica have an electricity problem. So and the cost keeps rising every year. So they might forgot defer the cost by having taxpayers pay an increase for right? Then the Minister of Finance, him give a speech, and as Jeffery said, when him give a speech, him say a bus park outside. That was just pure drama. Pure drama. Like I've said before, people want to listen to them politicians, I know, but pay attention to us. Listen to the politicians, pay attention to us. Don't follow them, right? Because the speeches when they're making on, most out there don't understand it because it was designed for them not to understand it. And when them throw out some little things outside, them throw out some little crumbs where you can latch on to, right? Like don't trouble Zion and some little catchphrase and things like that. And the rest of the speech, you not hear or not understand it, right? Not that people silly and foolish and understand it, but it was the words with them use and the phrases with them use and how them construct it and things like that. It was made to excite you, not to make you think, but to make you jump for joy. And then once the joy over, there will be sorrow. Because what happens is that the things that you think them promise in the speech, them never promise you, or them won't deliver. And so that's why we're begging you people, begging you to think critically. And those of you who can, please do so. Those of you who are in a position where you're struggling to think critically, listen to this program. Well, this program is for everybody, but listen to this program, and we are going to walk. We don't have to take what we say now. But all we ask is that you give us a listening ear, and you will find out truth from nonsense. That's all me asking for do. Just listen to us. Or pay attention to us. Listen to the politician, but pay attention to us. By the way, Jeffrey, have we heard anything from you?
This is what I'm saying. We haven't heard a word from the General Secretary of the People's National Party, Mr. Dayton Campbell. I've called him, no answer. I've WhatsApped him, no answer. And yet you can show that he's online.
And what? Oh, he's online.
Yeah, he's online and he's on his WhatsApp. But he has not answered me at all.
Well.
And he promised me faithfully he'll be on.
Well, here's the thing. The show not stop, Show not stop.
Be there, man.
Show not stop.
Yes, man.
Because
You know,
we have our audience, we have people out there that depend upon us for impart knowledge to them and wisdom, and right, and understanding. So that's what they're for, and that's what we are. That's what we are gonna give them. No,
y-
people, let me touch another subject while we wait for the guests, because we have whole heap of subjects to talk about. The if you don't remember the Ministry of Finance when he came on the Man in the Wilderness program, and him never want answer the question, never want answer the question. Every question I ask him said to me that he's involved in policy, and the questions that I ask him had to do with operations.
yes.
And then I said to him, okay, well, fair enough, you can't answer those questions, but here's one you can answer. How about the request that I put in to get the information concerning the Minister of Foreign Affairs and Foreign Trade, the Honorable Kamina Johnson Smith, the financing for her campaign? How about that? And then he started out by saying, well, the people at the ministry, they're hardworking, dedicated servants and blah, blah, blah. And I will look into it and get back to you.
Until
At 3
now.
weeks, no. At 3 weeks, the ministry that big that him can't figure, him can't find a simple answer, which is, hey, Rattigan file a complaint, yeah? Where is the complaint? Respond to him. 3 weeks, nobody I wait upon him. But get back to that minister there, Kamina Johnson Smith. That's another one. Well, she was voted as the worst performing minister in the cabinet. I don't think that's true. I have to defend her, because we are defending righteousness and justice. I don't think it was just for them to say that about her. I don't think she's the worst performing minister. I think she's probably the second worst performing minister. Second or third. She's very close to the bottom, but she's not at the bottom. At the bottom, we have Dr. Chang, and I think we may have
And Mrs. Warmington.
It's at the bottomless pit, man.
Oh yeah, we can't see it. We
You
can't
know,
see it. But that particular lady there,
yeah.
that particular lady is not helpful to Jamaica's diplomatic cause. She's not helpful. And what she's doing recently is that she's staying at home and she's doing a lot of the town hall things. She's not traveling, and I would suggest that she doesn't waste taxpayers' money, especially coming to America, because she going to get it when she come to America. When I say she going to get it, she going to get some tough questions.
At least she can travel. But Dr. Harrison can't travel at all.
So the
Mr.
honorable minister.
Jeffrey, easy, I sit down here, I'm not sure nobody me handcuff yet, We have a special handcuff. But now if want people know some, So me want handcuff too,
Handcuff up
probably.
on our win.
Me want handcuff, me know about handcuff, man. But yeah, drive me out when me got to show you me handcuff. When me have a crab. Me nah do it. Me nah want to get scared.
No, but here's something else. Here's something else, right? You remember today, right?
Yes.
We spend basically a whole program. I talk about the PICA, the Passport Immigration Citizenship Agency. We spent.
Say, but me not gonna bust it now. Me gonna bust it. We not gonna fight me for tomorrow morning. If my boss this, it mash up the whole place.
What's the on the band program, man?
Eh?
What's
Me get something. Say, me gotta talk to you now. When I gotta look and see it tomorrow, yo, the place are gonna crumble.
All right. Until tomorrow. We wait till tomorrow. But here's what now. We spend a whole program today to talk about PICA and I talk about the Ministry of Foreign Affairs and Foreign Trade and the role it plays and who's supposed to be blamed and whatnot. No, if I were that minister, that problem should have surfaced to me, right? It should have percolated to me, and I would have taken the necessary steps to deal with this, because this is a continuing problem. It's not a problem where just a once in a while problem. Our problem will happen yesterday. I know for a fact that the passport applications are piling up there and people are threatening the lives of foreign affairs workers overseas, Ministry of Foreign Affairs and Foreign Trade workers overseas because them can't get them passport. And it's not fair to those hardworking people that they've done what they're supposed to do, which is to collect the applications, make sure everything is in order, fees, pictures, everything like that, and send it off. And Wayne, I don't think you don't aware of this, but a lot of times now they're not sending it. Remember the lady said that they send it to
a diplomatic bag, you know. It have a sent you for
right. But
you
remember
can't
them,
get it like that by yourself.
no. But remember what she said though. She said that them send it to the Ministry of
Yeah,
National
that them
Security.
do.
And then yeah, but I'm being told now that stopped long time ago. Them sending it directly to PICA right now. So the question now is, where is Minister Kamina Johnson Smith in all of this? She should be raising cane, jumping up and down and saying, no, this is unfair, this is unjust, this is not right. We need to get this ministry whipped into shape. And she's supposed to raise this with Dr. Chang and them just also address the problem. If it means you have to surge people over there and clear up the backlog, that's what should have been done. But this minister is absent. She's absent, and I mean, look, I would love to have her on a program so I can talk to her, reason with her, and just try to get her thoughts on how what her philosophy is on running that ministry. That's that significant ministry. Instead of just having people travel willy-nilly at taxpayers' expense all over the place, and at the end of the day, them can't really show anything for it. And when they do show something, they show something like when they sell out the people of Western Sahara. Jamaica, we know how to sell out business. We never been. We know how to sell out business. But guess what? Guess what happened? Over the last since 2016, we sell out the people of Western Sahara. We sell them out to the Moroccans. And why? To get 2.6 million pounds of fertilizer. Poo-poo. That's what we sell out the people for.
Mr. Lonesome and Mr. Rattigan, we're not going to go back to something, but there's a video I have to show you.
Yes.
That the money they spend for PICA, a video just came out with the Minister of National Security giving a speech about PICA. Hold on. You want to watch the entire video in the minute here? Give me a minute here. I have...
While you look for that, maybe just want to say that.
Go ahead.
Man, I beat the ministry, I beat the Ministry of Foreign Affairs and Foreign Trade, for good cause. But in other case, I would PICA. I mean, right is right. We have to defend them, and say, well, right now, boy, Ministry of National Security need to shape up.
Oh, shit. What happened here? Mr. Rattigan, are you there?
Yeah, man, I'm there.
Yes, hold on a minute now.
I try to get somebody. I got to talk about passport. I got to show you
something. Don't do Miss in the night here.
What's
going on here?
Hold on, something important. I'm making you something.
I don't know what's going on with this stupid thing again.
Hold on, just hold it a minute. Hello, you can hear me?
Yeah.
How you doing?
I'm good.
There's this video I want to play.
I talk to my friend them. I talk to some of the panelists, right? Online, right?
But I don't know what's going on. Are you hearing me?
Jeffrey. Hold on, Jeffrey. Let's pause it a minute.
Are you hearing me, Mr. Rattigan?
Now make it yes.
Yeah, I'm here.
Well, yeah, Jeffrey. Pause it a minute. Let's pause it a minute.
I'm not
Jeffrey.
hearing anybody. What's going on here?
Nah, yeah, Jeffrey. Jeffrey. Yeah, pause it, Jeffrey. Pause it. Yes, you can hear me now. Yeah,
Okay.
All right, don't move.
I'm not hearing you all. Are you hearing me?
Yeah, man.
We're hearing you.
Right, yeah, yo. Yes, man. Listen,
I hear you.
Let me tell you.
You continue talking, because I'm not hearing you guys. You
all
continue
right,
talking. I'm not hearing you.
I'm gonna play somebody. Just listen this. How you doing? Sis?
I'm good,
All right. I tell my friend them about your passport trouble. I want you explain about the trouble with your passport where you did have down in the Bahamas.
We're putting my son's passport for renewal, and she said me have to get the residence document from Jamaica. I'm only doing a renewal. It's not like it's the first time I'm doing a passport. And it take me actually a year to get it. I have to send back to Jamaica to get resident document from Jamaica. Say he's a resident of Jamaica. And it take me almost 3 months to get that. So everything basically a year before me get back my child passport.
1 year. So when you put in the passport, what the woman down there did that tell you? Don't them give a problem when you put in a passport?
When I first go down there and put it in, it was no problem.
Yeah, how long it take?
Them said 6 weeks. When the 6 week come, nobody called me and say nothing. So I start investigating.
Yes.
And then she start carrying me around till I call Jamaica. Jamaica said they don't have nothing.
Yeah, yeah, it is.
So I go back to her and I said to her, Jamaica don't have nothing. I'm going to pay you my money. So what's going on? So after she said to me, say she will get back to me. Now me notice she not answer my call, none at all. Then when I call Jamaica, I explain the situation to Jamaica. Jamaica put me on to somebody else and explain the situation to them, and them said to myself to photocopy the documents that I have and send it to them. And when I send it to them, they are saying to me that they don't have the relevant document down there. She didn't send the document down.
Can you hear me now, Jeff?
Yeah, I'm hearing you now.
Yeah,
Okay.
right. So she never send the document down, right? So tell me now. So you did talk to me about the passport, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, you talked to me about the passport. Okay. All right. So when me talk about the passport, what she tell you say, where the lady will represent, what she that tell you say? When you come from my program?
Tell me say me have to wait first. It's a process. So me say yes, it's a process, but the process what you have it under, that's too long. That don't make no sense.
And when you call Jamaica,
First time, that's just a renewal. You don't need all of that process for your renewal.
yes.
If your document lasts, well, fine. But the child document don't last. It's just for renewal.
And when you call Jamaica, them say the document reach down there and show up there with the document. Enough more people did have problem with her because when they move her, you know.
Plenty.
And she gonna attitude and thing in the Bahamas, don't it?
Yeah.
Because people them get good
I
service.
hear somebody else.
Somebody they talk to me and me carry them live, and then she said she can sue the person because them come from a program. But the person they get sued them with them passport after. So you take nearly one year to get your passport, right? Hear this? 1 year. And this are overseas. And me can call several people will talk to me and me fight and get them passport, me I tell you no. You understand? Me just make my brethren them here. You understand? All right.
Them not do nothing for it. It don't make sense them there for it because them not do nothing for it. They ain't doing nothing for it. If we catch trouble, we stand up for it.
Okay. So they catch trouble with themselves. Then I stand up for no. Okay. All right.
Some countries that stand up for them people in one different country.
Yes.
One of them did say what? If we no can't take what the people are good to know, go back on the yard.
You hear this Rattigan?
And say them things.
Say if they can't, people them I want to go back on the yard. Me tell you say they can't let them work for them. No way at all. And that's what me make. Me have them people have to deal with.
Them say nobody not pay them, so them have to charge. And the charge, when you them charge you at the end of the day, you still can't get your paper. That don't make no sense.
Yeah, you know.
With the call from Bahamas, right?
Yes, from Bahamas.
All right. Well, listen. Me I go defend what's your name? The Honorable Minister Kamina Johnson Smith.
Yes.
I said something. I don't know if she's sending it to me here, but I said something here. I'm a thing here saying that they had an honorary consul in the Bahamas, and that person was terrible, and that the person ended up resigning, and that they had fight.
That woman asked them. Me can call several of them and me get them thing. The woman said she can sue one of them for call them name for my program. And them say, hey, you come sue we. That's why we get rid of us terrible.
All right. But here's the thing, right? Here's the thing. While the Honorable Kamina Johnson Smith is not the worst minister, she's close to being at the bottom. But this one, even if I defend her on this Bahamian thing here, I still have a fault her because what I'm being told is that PICA many times will tell clients that they don't get the applications, and it's not true. It's just because there's a backlog there and them just don't. So them point the finger of blame back to the Ministry of Foreign Affairs and Foreign Trade. But anyway, in any event, the two ministers them supposed to get together and resolve this because it's a known problem. So this lady from the Bahamas, she shouldn't have to go through them things the way she got through. Nobody in the Bahamas.
1 year. I'm going to tell you a couple of them. When you hear me talk, hey, I know the amount of things, ask them. And when them call me, she move and she get attitude. Them now have no them can't even pee. Them have to stand up in a rain. She diss them.
No shade. You have to teleport a door till number call, and when your number call, then might call 4 or 5 person inside, and you teleport a door all day. Why them can only give us 1 day out of the whole week? Huh? That's not fair.
Yeah, Jeffrey.
So hold on there now. The Jamaican consulate in Bahamas, at the time, she's the one who was threatening you to sue you.
Is the next? No. I think the next lady she threatened. The next lady she threatened. She threatened the other lady. For sure. So she them call me. She threatened her. So me have to press her. And while I rub wicked and they move her.
There's this video. Yeah? There's this video I want to show about you and Mr. Rattigan and our viewers. And the person who calling can listen or she can go back and watch.
All right. Yes, man. All right. You take care of your sis.
Yeah, man, take care. Big up yourself.
Okay.
Of what man. The Minister of National Security, who's in charge of PICA.
Yes.
Listen to this video. I know there's other things in it, but listen to this. Because the fact of the matter is, I hope this thing works now. You know? I don't know what's going on with my system here.
The Ministry of National Security has received a major increase of over $405 million to finance operational expenses. This is included in the $112.7 billion recurrent budget for the 2023-2024 financial year. The ministry will also spend close to $6 billion on capital projects. Let's give you the breakdown. The ministry will continue with measures to modernize the police force. With $11 million more under this line item, storage facilities will be upgraded. This will enable a more efficient retrieval of information for investigations, narcotics, traffic, criminal records, intelligence, immigration, and personnel. The investigative capacity of the Passport, Immigration, and Citizenship Agency, PICA, will also be strengthened. Of the $308 million allocation, $19 million will go towards the purchase of equipment. This will allow PICA more room to detect and prevent fraudulent activities. Meanwhile, strategic attention will be given to public order and crime-fighting activities. At the helm are 2 major units of the JCF, the Public Safety and Traffic Enforcement Branch, PSTEB, and Counterterrorism and Organized Crime, CTOC. Each receives a sizable increase in allocation.
The money we spend, the work we do, must not only be transformative but be sustainable.
Infrastructure development and capacity building is the goal of the 6 capital projects to be undertaken in the 2023-24 financial year. Close to $6 billion is earmarked for these. Among them is the construction of Police Divisional Headquarters in Westmoreland and St. Catherine North. Both projects are being financed through the Consolidated Fund. The facilities are expected to increase the capacity and comfort of officers. The ministry is also within target of completing the Forensic Pathology Autopsy Suite building in the new financial year. 50% of construction has been achieved to date. The facility will increase the forensic capacity of the police force and reduce the backlog of criminal and other cases. $323 million has been set aside for the project through the Consolidated Fund. Also on the agenda is the purchase of patrol vessels for the JDF. This will allow for more monitoring of our marine space. The $3 billion budget will also procure equipment for the vessels, including radar, cameras, software, and hardware.
This strategic collaboration among our security forces will target investment in science and technology-driven solutions, the resultant expansion of our security capabilities will positively impact climate and sustainability.
As the ministry expands the rollout of technology in its operation, $900 million will purchase equipment for the Cybersecurity Initiatives project. The Jamaica Eye program has been significantly bolstered under this initiative.
The investment in the police force will give them the capacity to do what we expect of them, which is to ensure good quality law and order and efficiency in apprehending and prosecuting criminals.
Government will be spending $770 million in the new fiscal year on the Security Strengthening Project. The funds will be used to complete implementation of a jail management software and installation of a citizens service portal software. It will also allow for the procurement of fiber optic cables for the Jamaica Constabulary Force JCF and equipment for a mobile command center.
We are committed as a country and a government to giving the police the kind of support it requires to become efficient and be more effective.
You hear what they said they're going to spend on Peak and Mr. Lonesome and Mr. Rattigan?
That's what them said them are going to spend. We don't hear about when them should tell us the results.
But the fact of the matter is, they said they're buying equipment to boot speaker. Mr. Lonesome, unmute your mic. Unmute your mic, Mr. Lonesome.
Okay, good. So Pika, suppose I think Pika make it one money and them thing. I don't know why they put money in a Pika. No, go that. Me and look how much money they must spend from both to this and all kind of things and I know me not see nothing about infrastructure and about the kids them and attach youth and nothing at all. They must do everything like a warrior fight against the poorer class of people in Jamaica. Me have a problem with them thing, you know. Them look much billions and all of these billions and if you go pay nobody, you know. If you buy more equipment for the war, if you go trampoline on my never them neck or some little youth who grow up neck or some. But I mean, I know this with them. This not grow a country. It coming like them just want to get together Jamaican and done and give to Chinese. You understand? Nothing for uplift the youth them. Nothing. It's bad, man. Yes, Ratty.
Yeah, listen, you see, when you hear the politicians use words like transformation and sustainability, people ask them what they mean. Ask them in specific terms what that mean, because it's a term where them use and cloud the issue. Them use these long, $50 million words. And so you think, say, oh, transformation, oh, sustainability, it means something. But here's what you need to ask them people. Ask them, where was transformation in 2016 and 2017 when them talk about Plan Secure Jamaica? Ask them about that plan. Because in that plan, what them talk about now, them talk about it from way back then. And guess what? Minister Chang announced that he had $1.2 billion to spend on Plan Secure Jamaica, and he said he would start spending it. He said he started it in 2022. He said he started spending it in 2016, fiscal year 2016, 2017, and it would end fiscal year 2022, 2023 this year, right?
Long time,
yeah, but don't me say that. Now try tell what people them say them to start think. Ask them question, yeah. Ask them, say, wait a minute, what is Plan Secure Jamaica? I'm going to tell them about transformation and sustainability. Okay, in the Plan Secure Jamaica, does it have a plan for sustainability? And does it have a plan for transformation? Yeah. So you said to them, say, okay, so if it have it in 2017, how come at 2023 now no come and attack and we not spend this
and I put more money again?
Yeah. Then here's the other thing too. them just said it's a victory for Jamaica and the JCF because them had the Klansman trial. Them had 15 people found guilty, 12 acquitted, and 5 the government did not pursue charges. So we had a total of 32 people, right? That came under scrutiny. 15, half of them found guilty. And this is supposed to be a victory.
Less than half, because 16 should be half.
Well, that's true, less than half.
Less.
And this is, because you attack 17 versus 15. And this is supposed to be a victory. This is supposed to be a victory. We're supposed to celebrate.
Them charge them like gun and ammunition and some of that the baby charge.
Right.
We waste some money because we the taxpayers pay all of these liars, you know. Can them never get liars, you know. Forget pay them much money, you know. So this is what we go through. Eh?
So this idea, and here's the thing. Let me, Jamaican people, my family, let me just share something with them now. Because we love share information with them, you know. Jamaica needs a robust intelligence center or fusion center. Whichever one you want to use. Them need that, right? And I've spoken to the Prime Minister at Vale Royal about this years ago. We could have the way ahead at the crime curve, right? But them never listened to me. And it wasn't just me. I don't want to take all of the credit. There were other people there. There were about 4 of us there I talked to him about it, right? But if you had listened back then and said, all right, you know what? I will listen to you guys. Come in and give me some, give me a consultancy and make we your own office and see if we can work on. We would have been way past this already. But here's a problem with them going because them don't have a functional, right? A functional fusion center. They have elements of it, but it's scattered. They have tourism. I have one called the Tourism Resilience Center. NIB have one. The military have one. CTAC have one. Everybody have one. But that's not a fusion center. Exactly, because the fusion center is supposed to come in like this. Fusion center is supposed to come in like this and fuse.
Everybody, yes,
right.
You have fuse everything together. Yes,
it's supposed to fuse. So here's what happens now. When you have a fusion center, they have something called emerging threats, meaning that the threat now reach at your shores, but you can't see it from far. So what you do, you prepare. That's part of being proactive, not reactive. Proactive. Now, let me tell the Jamaican people and police them something now about being proactive. No, the criminals, they don't just convict, and the criminals, they want to look at Jamaica right now. The structure is hierarchical. Hierarchical, that's a big word, but all it means is it's like a pyramid. It's like it big at the bottom, and it go up, and with the leaders, them, they're at the top, right? And everybody go up, everybody brief up, everybody, everything go up to the leaders. Right? And that's why them go after the leaders and try to take them down because you take them down the whole gang. Now, here, in terms of emerging threats, people, and my police friends, if you not listen to me, and I've said this has gone a long time, but I want to know again. Criminals have now developed a strategy whereby it's not hierarchical like this. It's flat. What do I mean by flat? Meaning that I will, if I have a criminal plan, I will employ Jeffrey to provide one piece of what me want to do. Then I will employ Lonesome to do another piece. Jeffrey won't know Lonesome. So if them catch Jeffrey, all Jeffrey can talk about is just in conversation with me and him or whatever. Like Lonesome out of the picture. Let me give a quick example of that. The Nigerians, them, when they do the scamming and things like that, they have something called man in the middle when we talk to Jamaicans about way back years ago. What them do is the Nigerians will hire, right? They will hire the Romanians or the Ukrainians who are known as hackers. Them going at the dark web and them get them. They will hire them for, make we just use a company like Grace Kennedy, for example. They will hire them for hacking to Grace Kennedy. Them pay them gone. Then when them go now, them go and them hire like the Lebanese, because the Lebanese, them known all the world over for open up bogus accounts all over the world, right? Them open up and them keep the accounts them and them sell them, right? So what happens is that I buy a couple of accounts from them. Then my people go in and hack, and when them start hack now, we get the money through all kinds of methods. Them get the money. The money now going in the account and we just don't buy from the Lebanese. But guess what? The Lebanese, them not stick around. them just sell me the account and then move on to somebody else. So that's how the organization flat. The only person who know we are going is the person in the middle. The other people, them are contractors. Them just provide a service and then move on. And a lot of it is also done. A lot of it is done online. So the people never meet. Never meet. When that reach Jamaica people, if they're not prepared for it done, because there's no criminal enterprise for the lock up, because the man them might do it by contract and they might do it online in the dark web. So Jamaica people warned the Prime Minister about this back in 2018. 2018, I think I warned him about this. 19, 20, 21, 22, 5 years ago, right? I think I warned him. And it have come. And when it come, woe be unto them. So I'm just throwing this out so that them can listen to my voice. And also you, my people, can hear something about an emerging threat. That this was an emerging threat 5 years ago, you know. 5 years ago it was.
So Ratty, this is something like this happened in a UK. You just talk about the African them, look what them used to do now. Them used to come and check. Enough Jamaican too. Them use enough Jamaican and use other people. What them do, it's like a loan. When them do, them come to you, you have a bank account. And if it's empty, them go and them put money in it. £20, £20,000, £15,000. You got to try it out, you know, but them go to one of the Cambia man them and put it. If you go to the bank, you know, and you go pull, it got shut down.
Right.
Your account, you know.
Right.
Them are going to pay for their account, and this is what them used to do. So what them do, them go to some man, and some man do it, and them go to Cambia, and them pull the money. And then them give you a piece of your money. Them disappear. But your account gone, but them give you money, because remember the bank now will do to nothing, you know.
Right.
So you open back an account, and I saw them that also money. Them same African there. So them do it in a UK too, you know. Them do it in a UK. Me know somebody where them do so, and him run with them money, you know. Well, a thief in money.
Right.
So them can't pan it and what him does.
No man.
The money. So them are criminal, you know, them smart, you know.
People.
So when them do them no, you know, no mix up. Like you can't catch him and say, I rat to do this. Because remember him use that man account.
Exactly.
And then him do some boom boom. And it coming like them get it from a loan place and it's sent, but remember it now go pay back. It come in a year going a Jeffery name.
Right.
So when Jeffery go to know that account I close down, you know. Because him go to a man out there so we can just pull the money and it pull. Through that. Them have the loophole and I saw them make a bag of money in a UK. You understand? So we know the whole of them thing that African them good and the whole of them thing the way it does.
No man, the African and the Eastern people, some of them man, them but by the way, when we use the country, I think by no means are we saying that all of them people in the country are criminals, you know.
No,
it's just that no, we're not saying that. We just say that. It's just a lot of the crimes that was committed where we talk about is them country them come from. But this is just a tiny percentage of the people from that country. Tiny percentage. But is like there's so many threats, right? Emerging threats that them not looking at that, them wait for it for come to them and then them react to it. And oh, by the way, how come when you're not about the Romanians and when the Romanian with them arrest down a 3 mile where him use the Jamaican fat thief money out of the bank? When you're not about that, how about the Chinese when they catch up at Cherry Gardens with all of the cyber equipment and things like that?
Yeah, you're not about that. Maybe now you're about the coke port. You see, these are the problem, you know, where we have to hold them to account, you know. We are pressured and we have make a difference, you know, because them afraid, you know. You know what I'm afraid them not like see when them see them face, yeah. That way, you can them watch, you know. Look here, we go them watch it. When them see them face, yeah, then tremble like pussy in a boot, you know.
Maybe that's why certain people don't want to come on the program.
Them tremble like pussy in a boot, and that's what me I make. Them know, man. Them know where I move from 0 to 100 in space at a time, and them know what we up to. So them know. Them know we not desperate, so we not play.
Mr. Rattigan.
Yeah.
And Mr. Lone, I'm going to go back to something here. And it's worrying me. Didn't the Prime Minister say he was going to reshuffle the cabinet and they're going to go into retreat to reshuffle the cabinet? What happened?
You may tell you. I asked a question already. I'm gonna tell you same that shuffle. I do the don't trouble Zion thing because look. You know it's one of them things that we have you have a football team, right? and your bench no good, and your starting players no good. So it's like, what you gonna do? What if you do? You know, you bench no good. Sorry, your
Sitting
first
them
team
on the
players,
bench.
your first team players them no good, and your bench far worse than the players. So what you gonna do? What you gonna do? What you gonna do?
Let me ask you all a question. Based on the Minister of Finance budget speech, do you think that they really postpone the government election to talk about some goodies they claim that they have, like minimum wage going to be increased soon
By April.
by April?
Hold
Yeah,
on.
but even if you raise minimum wage, remember say, you know, right now, costs are living in a better. Even
Yeah,
if you raise,
hold on there, Wayne. Hold on there, Wayne.
yes,
Before we go to the cost of living,
yes.
let's answer the question. Do you think that did all of this, the postponed government election, to bring in their
Yeah, but
big budget
me
thing?
I answer you now because me I
Okay.
say not care. Oh, you bring in a big budget speech and say cost of living. You are move from 9,000. Even if you put it at 20,000, still not help nobody. And I'm telling you, something that we are talking about for build station and do this and give police this and that. It still not help nobody. You can't get no minimum wage less than 300 US right now to what me say. Because you can't pay a light bill and water bill. You know what? More people are cast light now illegally than before last year. Up to police and soldiers cast light in a brother. You might just sound weird, but that's true. Them are thief light.
And even Mr. Rattigan coming in next. And even the people of the Vumvava and the Vumvavi in Cherry Garden.
Then thief light.
Listen, I'll tell you something. I go back to the minister's speech, right? And actually his dramatic speech. People not for realize that certain speeches are meant for, you know.
Nah.
Certain speeches are meant for, you know. You hear the blah, 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 and you know, the drama and things like that, and people, yeah, them speeches are meant for. First of all, like I said, them talking a designed language where you don't understand. And every now and again, them throw a little morsel, a little nugget where you latch onto because you're familiar with that. And so you think to the whole speech about you and goodness and prosperity and all that. No, a lot of them speeches is for lenders. A lot of them speeches is for IMF, World Bank, Inter-American Development Bank. People like them there. It's not for UNO. That's why we don't understand some of the speeches on the man make. And that's why I'm disappointed when the thing not work out, because on the figure say, well, then why the man that talks him will make our lives better. But instead our life worse. Because what happens is that they might talk about austere measures, they might talk about belt tightening things to satisfy the lenders them. Because in order to get more money, you have to show, so well, right now you have to put your financial house in order and you have to tighten it. But part of what that means is that people have to suffer. People have to suffer. And so when I hear them speech, I'm not impressed by it. I just said, I listen, but I said, okay, show me. And don't forget, from 2016, where I hear all of them promises, I know. From when them come out and talk about what them all do with the Ministry of National Security, I urge everybody. You see, like I'm telling us, if I go read the article about the health sector, Ministry of Health, go and read something called the National Security Plan. And then go and read something called Plan Secure Jamaica. And you will see the plan National Security Plan, I think it was like 2014 or so. And them take elements of it and convert it into something called Plan Secure Jamaica, which is a national security plan for Jamaica since 2017, right? They mentioned it not 2016, they put in effect 2017. Ask yourself from 2017 to, I'm going to forget one more thing. The consensus on crime, which was done in 2020 before the election. So take the Plan Secure Jamaica and the consensus on crime, read them two documents there, and tell me if Jamaica in a better position. Tell me. You see them a show off already. I say crime down 20% for the comparable period as of March 5th, right?
Unmute your mic, Wayne.
Them do it last year, Ratty.
Okay.
The same thing last year, then it go to 1,498. Yeah. I remember you have some people where them never counting like over 2,000. May I tell you this?
And you remember today the undercover said that, I think it was undercover who said people missing and haven't been found today.
Yeah,
right?
man.
How them count? How them count people there?
And one of my undercover bedroom, they were undercover.
How them count them
remember,
people?
My brother missing, I'm gonna find them now, you know.
Okay.
So
them declare them declare them dead or just missing still?
Them dead. Them not
No, no,
declare,
no.
them not claim as dead. We know say them dead because you
We're
go.
talking of the statistics. Them
No,
people
them not
there,
them not no.
It's same with
And
this young
more
lady.
people them listen like that, so you know say
It's same with this young lady Dean is missing and I know nothing.
nothing. Jamaica too smart for you know find back one what have you, man. Them gone, them hide them, you know?
Jamaica too small. You forget that them have a top 200.
And them can't find them.
I can't find them.
It's smart, them can't find them. And then who can't find them? You remember when them just look for a wanted man and them not police one house? Them the charge out. Yeah, look for the man, but him not for your house.
Look how long them take for find Duppy Flim. And Duppy Flim a walk around.
Of course.
Daily. Look how long them take for
No,
find
when them step on them can't, because them use him, you know. Them kill him, you know. Them kill him now him sleep, you know. Them kill him in a film sleep. I mean, I talk straight. Them kill him now him sleep. The gun, you can't see the gun powder and burn. I'm going to drive it up and show you, say, when I see when they kill him now him sleep. Hey, when we talk, you know, because I remember with the parents to them know, so we know the whole of these things. So them kill him now him sleep. Yeah? When who call him and him go there, it's like a trap. Him want to sleep and when so them get with them now him sleep. Them using politician using by the way. Yeah? Politician using. And I like me no know you, me no have them did a shut down a cement company. When them shut down cement company, that time them passed through there already and gone about in business.
When?
Yes.
And Mr. Rattigan. If the polls that is showing that the two leaders, the opposition leader and the prime minister, the polls of both of them is shrinking. Do you believe that if election should call tomorrow morning? So forget about local government, general election should call tomorrow morning. How much percentage of the vote you think the both party would get? Do you believe that Jamaicans will just turn out in the numbers and vote?
Them are turn out to them numbers. I hear why now. That's that trick thing them does to you, like what you just said to me. The people them Andrew are prime minister for 7 years. 7 years. So when them get up and say, you see, it's a thing where distraction, you know. You have a man who have got era and I got 2 years now where put as a leader. And you say, oh, him did have 18%, but him gonna have 14. You look at a man who have 38% and gonna have 25. 13 gap. See? So you look at the next man, but tell me what, him don't even go out here why you don't say opposition leader, remember that them are the government. The reason why some people talk because them that come and say, me used to say go well glue on more. People don't go say to the opposition leader, who wants you can you not talk up? What him can do. So you know fret about the opposition leader, fret about the government. But you have some people
No.
like more talk that they ho and a laugh. Like people like that. Let me tell you this, people going to come out in them number. Trust me. Me talk to people. Me talk to people who vote, where can people go vote, because them like Andrew, you know. And them I tell us not even want to pick to them. If you not vote, and the one of them can vote, by the way. See? Remember we cover the
Yeah, I understand what you're saying, Win. I understand what you're saying. Yeah. What I'm saying.
Me say them will come out, brother.
Yes, they're gonna come out.
And them will come out with the numbers.
Hold on, man. What I'm asking though.
Yes.
Does the People's National Party look favorable for anybody to vote for?
Them are vote for them.
Okay, and that's what I'm saying to you.
Them are vote for them. Me I say, all right, if you put out, let me tell you, let me just tell you up front. I'm not joking. Them know, you know, because them like play them with them polls and think. Number one, if me I do a poll now, one government at a time, me no want to see a man will just come in, here and add, and then me draw, and then put him on the left hand side, we leave from left to right. You know, much I play people mind.
No,
well, 7 years, what a work, and you are show me. A man, uncle thing them are say about a opposition leader. Oh, we want to see more him to come speak out more. So when you show me him, I know him at the target.
We agree with
Yes.
With all fairness, you know, we agree, but with all fairness.
Yes.
If you have to do a poll, you have to do a poll on the both parties.
No, but you know what? All right. You don't say it because tell me something now. When them do a poll about the National Security Minister, both party them to the poll pan Jeffrey.
I agree in what you're saying. No.
That's why them never do that.
Win. Hold on, no, man. Hold on, man. To understand the views of Jamaicans,
Yes.
will they swing to the People's National Party more? Hold on, no, Wayne.
Mm-hmm.
Will they swing to the People's National Party more than the JLP? That is why they did the two poll for say, okay, is Jamaicans running to the PNP or Jamaicans still sticking to the JLP?
No, nah, stick to the JLP. Them a keep. Listen, them
That's
not
what
trust.
I did.
Yes, so them not trust him none at all. All right, if me and you, we not get to call we not vote. But if you put a dog out there, me talk to people. You the on my program and hear man will say, yo, me did like the man in a 2016. The amount of people me carry go vote. Hey, you see my niece. Him take up all him buckle them. Me have to say, no man, brother, you can't so serious. Him say me tell her no vote in 2020. This man wicked, me can't go back on my thing and she not get not even one of my back for sale. She dey on home crew. She always cock up on bus. She not get nothing. Me have a brethren up here. Him have much better by himself. One of them alone vote for PMP. Everyone I pick them, 9 pick everybody and family at JLP. Down in a Clarendon. And the man said, listen, Mr. Lonesome, him said, boy, you're different from Marcus Kirby. Me don't tell them if them go, this man is the one of the wickedest thing. If the whole of them, I mean, I talk to people right across the blend and better Jamaica. But vote for Andrew because Andrew did talk sense. But him not do not with sense. And if you lose a star player, it done. You understand? And him was a star player, you know. But him not mean nothing to the people them know because him not want nothing about no word. You don't crush poor people. If you say something, if me tell you something, Jeffrey, if me say, Jeffrey, if you call me and you say, Lonesome, boom, bam, me give my word, me live to my word. And if me, you see like how tonight or you call some people and them not come.
Mm-hmm.
Eh? All right. So if I'm me and if I feel sick or something, I'm going to text you and say, Jeffrey, you want to say that and that and that. You know, but I will not put it for still long. You understand? And I this with politician.
Right, but you see something,
Yes.
I grew up in a political home, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes people make you believe that you have to bow to them.
And that's wrong.
I invite somebody to come on the program. Have the decency
to text you, call
to
you,
text you and say, I'm sorry, I cannot make it.
I can't make it, yes.
Dr. Dayton Campbell, you me talking, and you want vex tonight, you vex.
Yeah, man, you have a decency and text.
Dr. Dayton Campbell of the People's National Party.
It all respect it wrong. It's
You're the General Secretary of the party.
May I get a nice call now. Hear this again now. Hold on.
Go ahead.
Okay, come back. Yes, how you doing, sis? How you doing? I'm here. Hey, me just talk to my panel. Just know about the passport and the issue where you did have, you see? You can't tell me the issue where you did have with the passport. Me want them understand it.
My start.
With the lady and where she go on with and everything. After you talk to me, what she tell you say? Talk with the lady there. We one we down there.
Man, the lady tell me say I can't get my passport until I 1 year me take to get my passport anyway. And the 1 year when time I get the passport and she carry police can deliver a summons and the Jamaican immigration base. Deliver my passport with a summons. That me can't forget, trust me.
And what she tell you say? Why she do it? Why she say she deliver it to that summons? Why she do it?
I mean, I don't remember, you know.
What she say you come for my program? Come standard.
Oh, yeah. Say, you me come talk up things about him, about her. She say, man, she have to serve me a summons and sue me for 10 grand.
So what that court did it go?
I don't know.
Oh, you're not gonna go. Then move out door.
Long time.
Good. So our behavior you use before you talk, either wait for your passport long time before you call me. And them get busy for your passport. Over here. You think I joke me and make people?
Them beat her up on fire. I mean, never true.
Them fire. After me broadcast start, they know what she start. Tell me now, when people go to her, how she deal with the people? You know have places sit down, she deal with the right and all them thing there?
No man, we stand up in a rain and them something there. We stand up in a rain and she lock her office and stay inside and say, and when she feel like to come out, she come out. She said nobody nothing knock on her door, bro. She said no one to knock on her door. You understand what I'm saying?
So now patient like if you don't want ease, if you don't want to use a bathroom and thing, when you get bathroom for use and thing for her?
No man.
Hold on there.
Up the place. No bathroom, no sitting area. They have to sit up they have to do this better.
Hold on there, caller. Is this happening in the Bahamas?
Yeah, they treat you like a dog.
So hold on there now.
Jamaican embassy.
The Jamaican embassy.
Yeah,
the consulate. I know I want my panel. I want my panel to talk. You can talk to him. Yeah, I want my panel.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Yes, Jeffery Tavares. Yes, ma'am. Go on, Jeffery.
Good evening. Good evening. I'm Jeffery Tavares from Make We Talk. I should have introduced myself to you.
Okay, Mrs. Evans.
Mr. Tavares. Yes, yeah, ma'am.
But the question I want to ask them: the woman who was working there, she believed the concept belongs to her and her family.
Yeah, she said she gonna lock me up because
Lock you up for what?
She sue me. She sued me because she take my passport for 1 year. She canceled my passport for 1 year.
On what grounds?
My passport for. I'm not because my passport was up. My passport was up. And then I take it to her, pay her and everything. And she pushing me around. And me have to take over the picture them about 5 times. And before me take over the picture them, she tell me the passport gone to Jamaica a long time ago. And then she called me and tell me so we take some more picture because the passport, they come back because the picture them is not right what I take. And I asked her how the picture them supposed to look. And she come to me about 5 times with the picture them to take them over back.
Hold on there. Mr. Rattigan.
Yes, sir.
Do you have your Jamaican passport? I don't have my one here with me. My one is at the other house. The back of the passport says something. Do you have it there with you?
I don't have it here with me, but here's what I have. I have
Go ahead.
No, I did not.
What I have is I have a very ardent support of our programs, and she said that she was down in Jamaica and she tried to get her passport and her birth certificate. They tell her that she tried to use the birth certificate to file to get the passport, and they told her that she needed a brand new one, right? And then there's a problem because she said they looked at her U.S. passport and her, I guess, her citizenship papers or whatever, and it didn't have a middle name. And so they start questioning about, well, why is it that your middle name is over here, but it's not over there? Which is really, I was going to say it's one of them business, but...
Something. Let me ask you something.
Yes.
The Jamaican consulate, right? Him or she not supposed to help Jamaican if them not.
Yeah.
Yes.
You know?
Yes. Yes. Let me explain something to you.
Yes, sir.
The Jamaican consulate in any country, the Jamaican embassy in any country, represent Jamaica, represent the people who lives in the United States, the people who lives in Bahamas, the people who lives in the Cayman Islands. They represent everybody. It is your right to go to them, and it is the fundamental right in the Constitution for them to listen to you. So it is your right to go to them for help, and they're supposed to help you.
Yeah, man, they have me stressed out for 1 year. And when I call the Jamaican counselor, what she want name too, she's the next one. She tell me the passport up here, and then write me about 5 times and tell me the passport done up here. And when they say the passport up here, the woman hold on for the passport and will never give me.
So after you talk to me.
All of my business then.
No, so after you talk to me now, at them time they them start pull up for you get your passport. Right? And then
I call the radio show now, they give me my passport.
Good. And then she said you call up her name, so she sue you.
Yes. And then no, look here, my business and nobody can do me nothing. Let me tell you something. I don't respond to them. I'm not going to court. I'm not do nothing. I have my lawyer. Trust me. And let me tell you something now. Jamaican consulate can't serve you as summons from Jamaican council land.
Yes. Yeah.
Hold on there. Hold on a minute.
Jeffrey Lied, you hear that?
Jeffrey, me hear you. Yeah, man.
Repeat what I said a while ago.
Turn on your speaker, Jeffrey. Something does, yeah. Talk
Repeat
again.
what I said a while ago.
She said Jamaica can't serve her as summons from Jamaica Council.
No, but no.
On the grounds of Jamaican council.
On the grounds of Jamaica
Hold on a
Council.
minute. Hold on a minute.
I'm not even hurting my head about that. Me know say all you big shot and big time, Mr. Jeffrey Lied. Me know
Jeffery
you all know
Tavares.
good things about Jamaican consulate. They must be honest.
But hold on a minute.
Charge people double charge.
Hold on a minute.
Double charge.
The Jamaican the Jamaican consulate in the Bahamas. It is the property of the Jamaican government. Now, if they can serve your summons on it, I do not think so. I don't know. But it is the property of the people of Jamaica. The Jamaican consulate in Washington, D.C. belongs to the property of Jamaica. Just like the American embassy in Jamaica, it belongs to the American government.
All right. So what she has said, Jeffrey, she not living at the consulate. So you gonna use Bahamas. What do you call them?
Bahamians.
Yeah, Bahamians or what? Yes. So you know as a Jamaican consulate that serve she has someone so go push one of the court in the Bahamas, for defamation. After you have her money and everything, and she just come talk and tell me, and then she get her book. Yes, them sick. No, she not gonna wait. Them fired woman. Them
Hold on
fired.
there. Mr. Rattigan, you're a diplomat. Explain that part to us.
Yeah, but well, very very simple. The ground that the embassy.
That is Mr. Rattigan,
Yes, ma'am.
attorney at law, and
Attorney
FBI.
at law, Rattigan.
Yes, ma'am. An FBI agent for 30 years. Yes, ma'am.
Good night, ma'am. How are you?
I'm fine.
Like your voice, man.
I'm fine.
Love your voice. No. The way it works is that.
Hold on, Mr. Rattigan. She say I'm fine again.
Hold on. Give me 1 minute.
Okay. If you're just joining us, we're having a program here. We're supposed to have Dr. Dayton Campbell on. He's the General Secretary of the People's National Party. He has not called us or anything. Go ahead, caller.
Go ahead.
That's me, Win?
Yes, man. Go ahead. Yes, man.
Okay, what you were saying to me before I tell it to hold on.
Mr. Rattigan, you're speaking.
No, I was telling you that. Telling everybody that the wherever you have an embassy, that's considered not territory of host country nation. All right, for example, the embassy in Jamaica, that's American property. That's not Jamaican property. The Jamaican embassy in Washington, D.C., that's Jamaican property. So wherever you have an embassy, that piece of land, that building, it's owned by the country the country whose embassy sits on it, right? So, for example, that's why if you let me get an example. You remember the guy from WikiLeaks, Assange?
Julian Assange?
Yeah. You remember in England, I think him running at the Peruvian embassy?
The Ecuador embassy.
Ecuador, and one of them, and them couldn't go inside there for years, and them couldn't go in there to arrest him because that's sovereign territory. That's sovereign for the Ecuador, and them couldn't go. Is it Peru or Ecuador? It's one of them.
Ecuador embassy.
Yeah. So them couldn't go inside. They go arrest him.
It happened in London too. With the WikiLeaks guy there.
So that's what it is. So the consulate in the Jamaican consulate in Bahamas, that's considered Jamaican property.
So she can't serve you that in a Bahamas thing to carry your Bahamas coat when you live a Bahamas and you're a Bahamian.
No, hold on there. What I want to find out, Mr. Lonesome, can a member of the Jamaican diplomatical corps in the Bahamas on Jamaican property serve she a summons to attend court when she is a Bahamian citizen?
No.
Court where?
No. It's not a Jamaica, no.
Yeah, where the summons said? The summons have a caption, you know. It also said Mr. A against Mr. B in what
And
court?
Jamaican work, you know. A Jamaican in the consulate and also if somebody say, oh, you come from defamation because you come from my program. I said, 1 year the woman wait for her book. And when me talk now, she run the woman get her book fast. Them a Jamaica call her back now and she get her book. The woman send it down and she get it. 1 year them have it for. They tell us a couple book well me clear up in New York, you know. One in New York say to the woman in New York say, will you call me name for Miss Lonesome program for?
All of that?
Yes.
They're not Jamaican.
That is it. So she can't do nothing.
You know what I don't understand?
Mm-hmm.
And I refuse. I shouldn't say I refuse to understand. What I cannot get a grip of. The government, both government, whether the PNP in power.
Mr. Oldness, trust me. Because he need to talk up to.
Invite him now. He's not going to come to the panel there.
Yeah, me I go write him.
All right. You take care here. Go and listen back. All right, no problem. You take care. Later.
All right, no problem. Good night. You all have a good night.
Okay,
Good night.
You know what I don't understand, gentlemen?
Yes.
Is that the both political party have no respect for the Jamaican people. Whether they're in opposition or not, they have no regard nor no respect for the people of this country. And why I say this? If you see them, okay, they're in opposition, and when they get in, I see them call to them as if they don't know you.
And that must go on.
That's
why, Jeffrey, you have to start when people are counting. You know, everybody know we want to see them CV, Jeffrey. I know joke me I make. We have to teach people these things. So hear this now. You see, before you even get in, we want to know where they do. Same like if you're going to the FBI. We want to know your background. I know joke I make.
And that is why, if Michael Norman Manley, Michael Joshua Manley was alive, and whether Wilfred Rattigan, Wayne Lonesome, or Jeffery Tavares invite him to come on the program,
he might come.
Is either if he can't come in a text and say, look here, I'm sorry I can't make it.
True.
I invite the General Secretary of the People's National Party, Dr. Dayton Campbell. He said to me, yes, he can come on. If you have difficulties to come on, Mr. Campbell, have the honorable thing and the decency, sir, to WhatsApp me. I'm sorry, I can't make it tonight.
You know, be normally though, when something like this happen, and this is just my style. We just assume the worst. We just assume the man in an accident or there's an emergency.
Okay. And then we can look. Okay.
And then we double check. Yeah.
All right. Rattigan, give me a good explanation before me get hey, Jeffrey, you put me in some steam and then Rattigan come
I have WhatsApp him more than one time.
You know what I do? Before I blow some steam, Rattigan just give me a good talking. I could think about it, Jeffrey. I could see where I go on tomorrow and find out.
Yeah, if tomorrow you find out something no emergency, the mother no sick or something like that.
All right, sir. I will get the next card, Jeffrey. Hold on. Hello.
Yes, Jeffrey. Hi, Jeffrey and Will. Good evening. And Jeffrey, do you have a number for to call into your program? So if you do, you can share it.
You can call your talk when you're good.
Yes. Okay. I'm just. My 2 cents on what you said about both political parties not respecting Jamaican people, I'm going to have to agree with you, because there was a time when the People's National Party was the most effective opposition party. And the reason that it was so effective is that they were a party that governed from the ground up and not from the top down. As the years went on, especially the post-Manley years, everybody became complacent, and the cronyism and the nepotism set in. And some of the structures that were in place during the Manley years and stuff have been disbanded. So there's no longer any emphasis on the small man as it used to be back in the day when the poor person had a say in more ways than one, because it was a group structure that helped to fuel the party structure, right? So there's not that anymore. And then you have an opposition that is not as effective as it used to be. And because of that, as you talk about the polling, they do the polling, and if you read what they're saying, people are not gravitating towards the People's National Party because there's a voter apathy. There's nothing that the People's National Party is saying that is holding them, that is a voter can say, yes, that is what I want to hear, because they don't have an apparatus that is from the ground up. If they had that in place, then they would get a feel as to what is really happening on the ground outside of just the government. They really have a pulse on the people, so they could come forth with a manifesto or with something that says, this is what we have to offer. That's what we want to hear from the People's National Party. And the General Secretary of the People's National Party is the kind of person that should have that kind of information, like back in the day when a D.K. Duncan or those people had that kind of information, like Harry Douglas, because it was a ground-up way of governing and not a top-down. So something has to give there. And can they be effective? Yes, they can. But they have to change the way of doing things. Dr. Murray's guy is a gem because he understands what it means to do good governing. He understands that. But I'm not sure many of them understand that.
Carla, when you just say now, you have some people, when me that say, what hold them accountable and push them out, man, because we need good governance. And you need you need good opposition in waiting. So when you see the bad one, them like the other day, me see one line up. And when them line up, I have to fling a spade cross there, because when you get some free light bulb, and then you get you get free light bulb, and then man come take 200 odd million dollars. I mean, a business if judge want to let you go on all kind of things, you feel us go away. Remember just talking a Jamaican language. You know about the lineup 10 and 15 years. We don't know that with you.
Right.
You understand? So
and he didn't, but and they were saying that they don't want any women down there. This is the man that they want. No, he should resign altogether out of politics.
And me and some people I say, him give me this and him give me. You see that the handout there?
I heard. Yes,
just somebody that say no handout. You see them 5,000 and them. Me none of them thing there, So you see him and seriously, him with us go where?
Exactly. Because remember
I mean, a busy about no court or what court say. Yeah, man.
Exactly.
Yeah, man.
So it was a ground up. You see, if they were in tune with the people from the grassroots level as they used to be, he would be history a long time ago, because they would have somebody.
You see, me ask about something and
structure to put in his place.
Me ask about something and I must say, okay, what them I do? Them I do like is a democratic thing where a candidate say, okay, more when somebody from the ghetto you can just go and say me I can run, and then people pick and then me go through like how them that see. But hear this. Although you have a democratic thing, me no mind it. But this when people have baggage span them for just go away. More and say CV before you go into the democratic thing. You understand what I say? Jeffrey and
Will. The era that they have the people in the community that they want to represent, they need to know it. They
don't want nobody with no handout, boy, man.
The politics of North Clarendon is different from the politics of East Kingston.
That is it.
Because there are different needs in the community. What the people of East Kingston might need might not be the same thing in Northern Clarendon.
But on a serious note, what me want to see, all right, you see what me tell you that? You see, we in the diaspora, like you there now, me know say me garbage, me know say tomorrow now, a morning, me know say we can see the garbage truck come, you have different truck come and the thing clean, Me not see police on the street because it's not needed. If you think they open up and not care where in there, you don't have to talk about no valuable because people have the same thing around you. So nobody now tear down your house. You not tear down. You never go over your neighbor, you know. Uncle, when you see a neighbor, you might raise your hand sometime, but you drive out and them drive out too. So you just live in peace.
Yes.
You understand? You want to see a Jamaica where people are living in peace and the politicians stop trick them and the party thing done. And you see when them corrupt, you just burn them.
It was so.
Yes.
When it was so, we know it was like that.
And that is it.
But the seeds of the kind of politics we have now were sold by the Jamaican Labour Party. I'm not absolving the People's National Party of their role and as in terms of defending themselves and what has come as a result. But the
some of
seeds
them are
that
criminal.
the trees that are bearing fruits right now were the seeds planted by the Jamaican Labour Party in the late 70s, early 80s. Those are the fruits.
So them people, enough of them dead off and gone, right? Well, enough of them people dead off and gone, right? So we can't have a different, you know, everything about Germany. Enough of the people them were Germany like Hitler and them. Germany is a nice place now, you know. So if me go to Germany, me go to Germany and when you line up and you see Germany, you wouldn't know so World War II start from this. Serious to God.
But wait, some of the people who helped sow those seeds are still there.
So well, they were
so we need to get rid of them. And as a matter of fact, not only the people are there, it seems to be a labor, it's a party structure. It's a party structure. So if the young people come in and it's the same party structure, how can anything change?
Yes. Yeah. No, but we want the young people them to start of a mind of them own. We think. That means we can reason and agree to disagree.
It can be done.
And we can work out things
new ideas.
Yes.
And say, you know something, you see certain things work. You see those things that worked. Let's go with those things, build on them, improve on them.
Because after build Jamaica, you know, it's not a party thing. This, you know. All right.
Get rid of them.
All right. So yeah, what we are telling them to know. All right. It's like you run a race and somebody are going to win the race. You see, after the race done, one government at a time. But here what you do now, you're coming in and you govern. Stop thinking about party and think about the people then. If you really want to do something for the remember, you know, your grandparents them are living at the place and great grandkids and them thing there. So you know, think you no want to go your bed and your belly full and you have 10 hours and 20 hours for your brother, you're dead same way. Even if you're 100, you're dead.
You can only live in one house, you know.
One bed at a time, one everything. So you can't make people hungry and starve and them thing there. I just say something out of your mouth and you do something different. Me no know that neither. You understand? So you just hold them to account. Stop thinking about party at Jamaica. See? Me now get a vote, but me I vote my good. But tell me what now, it costs me because you have enough people hungry and I feel them decision to come vote and do what they want to do, you know. But tell me what, no man can come give me $5,000. Let me tell you this. No politician can call me and say, you know, so me give you some 100 cents. None.
No, but you know,
none.
Hold on. If they did, a good politician wouldn't care.
Yeah, but that's the way I said. That's why. Can me can't tie up with none. I tell you.
And yes, she's right.
You understand? Can me not? You see me not make them. Some people come rule me head. You see too. We move from 0 to 100 and me stay now. Me now. You know, we just want the people them alright. You understand?
But
for good.
Mr. Lonesome caller.
Have a good one though.
Yes, man.
Okay. The caller made some vital points there. But what I'm saying is this.
Yes.
If the Labour Party use social media to grasp the young people to come onto their team, and the People's National Party is in a local ditch, use social media to get some help. Because the young people of Jamaica decide, say, them not what the Labour Party doing for this country. What the National Party need to do is to make sure they go out there, let their voice be heard. And social media is the way to do everything now.
Well, right now, me and you and Will and them people I get some kickback from Minister of Misinformation because him say just now. So the reason why because them never did do nothing the other day. Remember, I'm a king of social media and blogging with the human rights activist work. So I'm gonna make them know. Okay. So them say now I use social media tell lie on the Prime Minister. I never tell lie on Andrew yet. I use back Andrew word. We'll never tell lie, never see I tell lie on Andrew yet. We use Andrew own video and own word, and me and you talk for him.
Play the video. Play the video again now, please. Somebody play the video.
Which video?
The 100-day one. Because them say we are tell lie on him. So please play that one.
I'm more than one of them. We have every video when them born in a house. When them there in a one room and them
The one when you say in the next 100 days.
Yeah, man.
That's the one I'm talking about.
I want to know if I find it.
So yeah, man.
Find it. All right.
If you can't find it,
let me say I can't find a video. Let me say I can't find a video. Hold on. All right. See a video, yeah. See one, yeah. See one, yeah.
Can you play it from your end?
Which one is this? The 100-day one?
Mm-hmm.
You cannot keep the largest part of your labor force, which is the public sector workers, under austerity. What it does, it demotivates them. It makes them wonder, what am I working for and why should I put out effort? And when their income declines, and if any of you here are teachers and you realize that you can't take taxi to work anymore because your income simply can't afford it, now you have to jump on the bus, you reach school late, your uniform or your clothes pull up, and you just don't feel like you should put out that effort. What happened there? Your productivity as a teacher goes down. Results start to fall and the country start to move back way. Is this it?
All right, so
can you play the one with the 100 years? The 100 years?
I'll try to find it, but just hear this. This is what the teacher them demonstrate, but no, you know.
Right,
the man just tell you the country move back with this is the man was our position. And him telling everything we're wrong. So we not tell no lie upon him, neither me nor you nor nothing at all. So when the minister of misinformation come and say, boy, them using social media because people stop into traditional media and telling lie on the Prime Minister and telling lie on the government. We not telling a lie. No we. I know we. He not talk to us. We just hold them to account. See like well, we'll say just wait till tomorrow and then we know. But if a man give the word and then we not see the word, you understand us even come and say, you know, even text and say that and that and that. Me understand. So we'll just say something and we'll validate the point. So we say, all right, good panel. But make a wait till tomorrow. You see me I say, Jeffrey?
Oh yes.
Make a wait till tomorrow. Because me say me can't find a 100 days thing there.
Me I look for it too.
100 days. 100 days, man. You hear it there?
We'll find it.
Yes.
All right, now go send it to you.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man.
Hold on. Twitter come here now.
Come on, you send it. Send it to the 419.
Yeah, man. All right, hold on.
You send it? Just send it. It's all right. Send it. It's all right. So these are the things where we are to something I never yet. No, me never say, no, I want to do it yet. Anything we are do is show the people them. One thing we not do, you know. We not do nothing fake around here, you know. We not do nothing, we not do tabloid, you know. We are all them by account. Because that's how we go, you know. If a man say, man, do this, if a man, them, you have to be a man to your word, brother. Saying, if you can't make something, everybody can see like a will, so we understand that and what have you. But you can't come and draw on a card and come do something, man. You understand?
No, sorry. No, sorry, the wrong one, I send the one with Lonesome, sorry.
You find the one with the 100 days in the video?
No, I look for it.
I have the video here, you know.
Play it, man.
I was playing it a while ago, didn't hear it.
Yeah, you tell play it, man. Yeah, man.
No one see the video, man. We can't see it.
Send it to me, can't see it.
I would have to go through, I have to send it to my email, then send it back to this.
No, you can't send it to, you can't WhatsApp me?
Yeah, man, I can WhatsApp with you.
Send it to me now, I'm going to drive it now. I'm put stuff.
All right, I'm sending us something now.
419.
Somebody says you can look sleepy.
Well, no, I read.
Yes.
All right. So me send you one there, Jeffrey. Play that one there.
I'm gonna take it down. I wish
Take that one.
this.
Look on that one alone, son.
Oh, that one here. Oh, I think we have one there. Let me see one there.
If you're just joining us, we are here speaking about Jamaica's economic problems that we face in this country.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but that's serious, Lord Jeffrey. When me say but that's serious, Lord. When me say, I'm on. You send it, Jeff.
Huh?
You send it to me.
I don't know what is going on there. I thought Ratty didn't send it to you.
No, I said the next one. I'll take my feel.
No, Mr. For the 30-day one. The 100-day one.
Find it. Oh, here it is. Yeah, man. See it here.
You have it? All right, Cliff.
I'll send it to you, Wayne.
Let's do this.
We do apologize for this delay. We just sort something out here to send. There you go, Mr. Lonesome.
All right, we get it?
You're supposed to get it now.
All right, let me just put up a one. Okay, this is the one where you said, Matty. Play the one there, Jeff.
You say you wanted to do the video?
Yeah, play the video there. Play the video there with Jeff. Press.
Have confidence in you. Cliff is speaking the truth, feeling great for the JLP.
The mission of the Jamaica Labour Party is to create the condition for every Jamaican to be economically independent and prosperous. When we allow the party to be used as a route to state resources, this is when allegations of corruption are leveled against us and we lose the confidence and trust of the people. The Jamaica Labour Party must be the good stewards of the public resources. We must be the biblical good stewards
look
of the talents,
uncomfortable.
resources, and wealth of the people of Jamaica. They must have confidence in us.
Right now, they don't have confidence in you and your party and government where this issue of corruption is concerned, Mr. Prime Minister. The polls that we conduct here tell us that. They feel that the government that you lead is corrupt, that too many members of your government and their activists are involved in all kinds of corruption. And I wonder if they will heed your warning.
Everybody's talking about the corruption that is being... You got it, Wayne?
No, wrong thing that me get.
No, man. That's the same thing with the 100 days, man.
Yeah, me get message, but I look good. So me get lyrically inclined. Yeah, music video, me get.
No.
Yeah, man, music video that, no.
No, man, the music video that Ratty sent for true.
Yeah, man, that's a me, man. A me message.
But
anyway, you got to go and talk on this. It's all right. Let's go on this. So this is what me talk about. You see, when you say you have to be the good steward, you have to just be the good steward. You understand what I say about that? You know, right now, you know, play with people life. You know, none of them think them. I get older and no one them think they. We want our grand youth them grow up and nice and all kind of like thing. You know, none of them think that. And like me, I look at seat, right here, I look at seat, or Jeffrey, I look at seat or something. Anybody, for your touch government, is a different thing, it's a different day, a different time of night. No, right? Anyone in a power going on forward, hold them accountable, every single one of them. You have to scrutinize them because you know what happened, Jeffrey and Ratty?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
The days when you have like mouthpiece radio and everything there. Remember, you know, the parade a long time on TV, you know. But tell me what now, I must me get Muslim, you know, because I'm a man, me chat my mind, you know. I'm in a business. But tell me what now, you think you can't, because them are tell you down. Certain thing, you know, you can't come up and them here with. When you have social media, you know, social media, you touch the globe now, them can't ramp with me. Me good. So when them call me, I say, interview one day, so I say, you know, so I don't have no time, right? You know, it's a lot to what I go on. See, instead of about it, I will change the place.
Process to fix the date for general elections in Jamaica. So no government will be able to come and
make it stay, man. Make it play.
false promises and hide the truth.
Hide the
Tell you
truth.
half truths and trick you into voting for them. And then when they win, they throw out poison for you.
And that alone, they can wipe it there, so. So when you tell them half truth, and then when they win, then throw out poison.
We're just sending us something from the Minister of Information there. Play that one there to Jeffrey.
Okay.
The video. Have a video. Play that one there, please.
Minister of Misinformation. Yeah, the man.
All ministers under the new Jamaica Labour Party government will be given a job letter. That job letter has a timeline of 2 years and 6 months. Performance target, which are by the cabinet, focus on 2 things: economic growth and job creation.
You know, sometimes I wonder if these politicians remember what they're saying. You want this one to be played too?
Yeah, man.
Yes,
Play that one
yes.
because
So we not turn the light on nobody, you know. We just hold them by them.
Hold on there, make a play this one that Ratty sent to me.
Yeah. See it now. So we just put it up. Play it.
Oh, you just put it up, okay.
I've always said to people, do not trust the words.
I've always said to people, do not trust the words of politicians.
see there. That's it. Do
Play it
not
again.
I've always said to people, do not trust the words of politicians.
Me don't.
I've always said to people, do not trust the words of politicians.
Let's keep playing that whole
As a
night.
matter of fact, I was the one who put up this thing, you know, make we talk, coming from the mouth of the Minister of Information, Robert Marman.
So Jeffrey, me don't talk in the night, but me don't chat.
This is what Mr. Morgan said, you know. I can repeat it again, I can play this thing again.
I've always said to people, do not trust the words of politicians.
Okay.
You heard what the Minister of Information said?
You play the Prime Minister first and then you play the Minister of
Yes,
Information. He must say, don't trust
Hold
nobody.
on there.
You put up Jeffrey. I just want to end it with, but I'm not playing the next video for the night. I just want to end it with this.
I've always said to people, do not trust the words of politicians.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
I've always said to people, do not trust the words of politicians.
No, I'm never going to play this tomorrow.
I've always said to people, do not trust the words of politicians. I've always said to people, do not trust the words of politicians.
You see it?
You, my fellow Jamaicans, listening to us, we were watching from around the world in the Eastern Caribbean. Jam Talk Vice Radio is off air. But you're watching us this evening on the Jeffery Tavares YouTube channel. You heard what the Minister of Misinformation said from the Jamaica Labour Party. Listen to it again.
I've always said to people, do not trust the words of politicians.
Not trust the
I've always said to people, do not trust the words of
Yeah, man.
politicians.
Just put it on loop.
I've always said to people, do not trust the words of politicians.
Anytime I burn out again, I have a fix it.
I've always said to people, do not trust the words of politicians.
Yes.
I've always said to people, do not trust the words of politicians.
Okay.
You hear him though?
Yes, man.
And they're the one who want the Jamaican people to believe everything they're saying.
All right. He said, him always said, not trust the word. So these are the things we hold them by the word. Because your word's supposed to be a bad. So if you come and tell me, say, you're going to do this, and we know it can happen. But you do that, you say, when you win and them tell lie, you give them, you throw a paper eyes upon them. And you have a fist state.
2016, you say you're going to put it on paper.
Hold on there. We have to play back this again.
You know, poison throw upon the people, man. The man tell you and then don't throw poison upon the people, them. Remember the big boy, them all right, you know. And the amount of people where we have to spend money and I give when people dead, when them sick, when everything it a cost we pocket. So I'm not joking, I make him throw poison upon them.
Listen to it again.
Jesus Christ.
Somebody said we're better than CNN.
Where's the Mr. Rattigan?
We're better than CNN.
Good friend from Atlanta said, well, investigative journalism better than CNN.
Of course, when them,
I'll have to is play the prime minister with the promises and then play the minister of information and say, I've always said, don't trust the words of politics.
Hold on, listen to me. I'm going to finish it now.
I'm going to finish it. You don't have to say nothing else. Where that there?
Another layer of protection of the parliament to ensure that only members of unquestioned.
I've always said to people, do not trust the words of politicians.
Jeffrey, wait a more, Jeffrey.
Has a timeline of 2 years and 6 months.
Jeffrey, every time him says
I've always said to people, do not trust the words of politicians.
Yeah, every time the prime minister says something, then you play this one. Yeah.
No, this, he made a stop chat to me. Jeffrey, make me talk. I'm going to play it. Wait.
I've always said to people, do not trust the words of politicians.
This flight today.
Anything you put on paper, the MP have to work when they say you need to do it now. I feel like say when you do that, the MP will do them work and we will see work done in the community.
Within the first 100 days of government, we will start the legislative process to introduce term limits on the office of Prime Minister.
Yeah, man.
I've always said to people, do not trust the words of politicians.
Yeah, man.
No, sir.
I've always said to people, do not trust the words of politicians.
So, what about them say? Well, I don't go say it. That means I'm not truthful. He tell me. Tell me the truth.
He not keep no promise. And he say, man, the promise keeper. What a promise.
You hear what people are saying?
At a convenient time, within our new government, we will hold a grand referendum on the CCJ, the Caribbean Court of Justice, as the final appellate court.
I've always said to people, do not trust the words of politicians.
So much promise for us. Look how long you're in there. Nothing done. After the COVID, they promised people $25,000. Nothing done. Huh? So what you expect me to do? Tell yourself to sleep for the door with the open and nothing done.
To fix the date for general elections in Jamaica.
I've always said to people, do not trust the words of politicians.
Okay. Okay.
You hear that? It is no. It is nearly 3,000 or 2,000 days. This man is in power. Sit in the House of Parliament. Sit in Jamaica House, the People's House. And he said within the next 100 days, in his first 100 days, But I've always said this.
I've always said to people, do not trust the words of politicians. I've always said to people, do not trust the words of politicians.
Just come and say,
I've always said to people, do not trust the words of
Jeffrey, can just play where him just said no, you know. When him come and say, bloggers, the bloggers them know, you know, are you, because in local media, this and that, and the bloggers are telling lie pan Anjo and pan them. Now I say, because we not do blogging. We are human rights activists and them thing there. We not do blogging. We have our own, so we have a platform so we can send out the message. You understand? You two, Boone and them are human rights activists. So we all remember, you know, when people just get up and just go, say this and that, that's why no man can say, when they say defamation, no, we rush them. Enough people think we're clear up, you know. You see them passport thing, when you hear them talking about, me can't tell you how the consulate them run from Canada, North America, UK, me have the world, I mean, straighten up for them people, that probably make them all right, you know.
Win.
Yes.
I want you to do something.
politicians. I've always said to people, do not trust the words of politicians.
Jamaicans.
You know what's funny? What funny is that I think he said that when he was a senator, and then all of a sudden him turn MP now. So Wema says that we shouldn't trust him either. That's what Wema says.
I'm a politician. So now he might drop word and I say, you know, them a tell lie. So what am I gonna do? And you still, I have the video when them a big up, when in a 2016, when them a big up the warriors, the social media warriors. No, the social media warriors, them no bad like nothing but piece of our finger, them over that way, you know. Because if the Prime Minister tells so much lie, when I come back and say something, the same thing, where you hold him pan, and him not do none of them, he might work for the big boys, them. It don't make no sense. It don't make no sense under the truth. Give Shah run or give somebody a run. If it was UK, like how you say, Barris, them move, him one party move him. That is a democratic country. Remember UK I'm a place too, you know. See? And then the woman come in and say, I can't do this. Them just say, boom. She just come and say, I'm sorry because I can't manage it. and it have been the other one. In a one part, in a space and a time, I three of them that, you know. Him control that, you know. He don't make nobody move back. No. Because democratic country, you know, line up behind a leader. When I tell so much lie and nothing move on them thing there. You have 49, move him go sit on a back seat, you put somebody else right. You understand what I say? Because a democratic country, them a joke.
I want to play this through.
Equal rights and
equal rights and justice.
Uh-oh.
equal rights and justice is our everlasting song. Unity and progress will make our nation strong. Stand up for your rights when you hear the bell. Stand up for justice, hear the freedom
Justice, you know.
must the man take serve you well. Stand up, Jamaicans, when you hear the bell.
You hear what they say? When you hear the bell, you must stand up, Jamaica.
Stand up for your rights.
Stand
equal
up for
rights
your
and
rights.
justice.
When you hear the freedom bell. No, but no, Wayne, before we go, we have to play one more thing before we go. Roughly two more things before we go. Then we end the program. And we have to play this.
All right, sir.
Because as far as I'm concerned, none of me that's not good.
But I have to hold them accountable, yes, sir. That's simple. That.
Yes.
And you know, if you hold them accountable and the country change around, no diaspora, you can keep your money in your pocket. Because nobody, you could have there, Canada, you're there, Jeffery, your car, somebody from Jamaica, and say, say, we need a 10 grand. And them say, that 10 grand, US come give you, and nothing. Can't think I run like Dubai. But not to the way to run now, when you call a man, as you call him, I say, before you say, oh, you do, you. Well, I'm glad you call me, I'm hungry, see me hungry like a dog. You think I joke?
It's no.
That's echoes.
My father Banya, my father Banya, my grandmother Banya, my grandmother Banya.
Them with everything.
Ayana Banya, Ayana Banya, my leader Banya, my leader Banya. That's why I not live here. No, I not live here. He gave I a message to all those people who no love progress. Who no love progress. Say to juke them with land lease.
Land lease.
Say to juke them with land lease. Let the juke them with the pioneer force.
Pioneer force.
Let the pioneer force. Juke them with Jamal.
Jamal.
Juke them with Jamal. Let the juke them with free education. Juke them with free education.
We get some of that, you know. We get that, you know, free education.
Equal pay for women. Equal pay for women. Juke them with the minimum wage. Juke them with the minimum wage. My leader, so they think that I not live. No, I not live. Me a sat down with discipline and a heavy manner. Me in a the struggle. Me in a the struggle too. No bastard, no day again. No bastard, no day again. Everyone laughful. Oh, everyone laughful. To every the Cuban school. To every the Cuban school. Then you to every the
micro dance.
Every the micro dance. To every the basic schools.
Basic school.
To every the basic schools. Socialists are no fool. Socialists are no fool. Juke them with housing. Juke them with housing. Then you juke them with the impact.
Impact.
You know.
Program. You see what
and then.
You see what
and then.
I've always said to people, do not trust the words of politicians. I've always said to people, do not trust the words of politicians. I've always said to people, do not trust the words of politicians.
Them words are going to come back. Them words are going to haunt him, you know. Haunt him for a
Your
long
final
time.
word, Wilfred Rattigan. Go ahead, Lou. Go ahead, Win.
I've always said, do not trust the words of politicians. Thank you, sir.
Do not trust.
And what the second piece to that, first piece is I've always said, do not trust the words of politicians. And the second piece is listen to them, but pay attention to us.
Pay attention. That piece there. Every time I'm up in the morning, you remember you can't be a minister of misinformation and start telling me about all. You come like the man who knows the man in the wilderness. If you ever get to go now, piece of my brain him to understand what going on, you know. You can't come and mislead the people in your speech. You're a minister of misinformation. Get the information right before you put them out. Because be a garbage and put out in their mouth. That I just think I'm talk about life. Be a garbage. Yeah, man. Too much garbage, man. And then him say, man, I say it. And then when you trust him, pan way, I say, come on. We done with him, yeah, man. We done.
This is where we say, so long from here until you hear our voice again. Remember to like, share, and subscribe to the Make We Talk Jeffery Tavares YouTube channel. Wilfred Rattigan, don't go anywhere, Wilfred Rattigan. When we come off here, we have something to say to you. Stay on the link here.
I've always said to people, do not trust the words of politicians. I've always said to people, do not trust the words of politicians.
This is where we say so long. Remember to like, share, and subscribe to this YouTube channel. Wayne, stay where you are. May God bless you. May God bless Jamaica land we love. God bless you. Thank you all.